I'll wake myself up a little bit. Is there anybody out there? Bart the Gamer Plays, how are you? How is everyone doing this fine evening? Coming to you live from a mysterious hotel room in an undisclosed state, in an undisclosed country. How's everyone doing? Ooh. Hope you guys are enjoying the trip to Pennsylvania. We got the videos from the Pennsylvania trip will be coming out every other day. I had a couple videos left in that series, and then we will begin the series that I am starting now. I flew on a plane. Joe Carvalho, thank you for this super chat. I flew on a plane to a faraway state. And thank you, Melissa. Yeah, my one of my cats had passed away a couple weeks ago. It was very, very difficult for my family. Tristan Ford said my dad said the oldest roller coaster did not seem safe. It seemed relatively safe. The thing that struck me the most was that there were no restraints. I mean, it was very, very mild roller coaster, but there was no straight. You're just sitting in like a sled. The One Mask Gamer says, lost my friend to depression today. I'm so sorry to hear that. You know, mental health, very, very serious. Nola Deej, how are you doing, buddy? Susan Hayward says, did you feel safe on the flight? I didn't know how to feel about it. Airplanes are running at full capacity now. They require that everyone must have a mask, but, you know, I'm sitting next to a stranger, so I don't know. Hopefully a mask can protect me from the person sitting next to me. I mean, assuming they're, I don't know. That's how planes are running. I was surprised. Honestly, I may have made a different decision if I had known that planes were going to be so packed. Melissa Winstead, my kitty has throat cancer. I'm so sorry to hear that. Says being chemotherapy. I hope that is successful. Eric Thatcher says, masks only protect strangers from you. Well, I mean, everyone on the plane's wearing a mask. The crew's wearing a mask. The pilot's wearing a mask. I don't know if the pilot's wearing a mask. I couldn't tell what he was doing up there. But the crew was wearing a mask. Everyone in the plane is wearing a mask. So hopefully, if that masks work, and I've heard sources, obviously I don't want to go down some sort of rabbit hole. I've heard sources saying that if everyone wears a mask, it's about 95% effective. So I think it's safe. I don't know. So much information. Any drinks on the flight? No drinks on the flight. which I don't really understand why they didn't serve drinks. I mean, we're all packed in there already. I don't know what that's changing. Molten Freddy said, "Hey, I noticed this, but the flu is more deadly than the coronavirus. Why are we in quarantine for the coronavirus after the flu killed more people than the coronavirus?" Because your information is wrong, because the coronavirus has killed way, way more people than the flu. And we're not in quarantine. So I'm sorry, but you really don't have any. Yeah, you have some really bad information that someone's given you. What do I think of the gay community? I think it's great. I don't know. I don't. Oh, absolutely 100% support gay rights. Susan Hayward says, "Not true. Flu has never killed 160,000 people in 5 months." Yeah, I've never heard anything like that. I'm not sure why we're talking about this, but yeah, let's go ahead. I mean, I 100% support people's right to be themselves, to live the way that they want. I completely support gay and trans people, and I think people should be kind and supportive of one another. Melissa J, thank you for the super chat. Says, "I heard you're originally from Wisconsin." I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Christian Fort says, "Your dad calls me Sideburns." That's all right. Ever seen the Spruce Goose? I think I drove by it at night. Josh Barges to enjoy Myrtle Beach. Yeah, enjoyed my trip to Myrtle Beach. Trip ended up being my videos don't always come out in the right order. That the Myrtle Beach videos were from early June. Melissa J, thank you again for the super chat. Says, "Can you say some Wisconsin city name like Oconomowoc?" And I can say Oconomowoc, and I will tell you why I can say Oconomowoc, because I used to live in Oconomowoc. What roller coaster scared you the most? What is the scariest roller coaster I've been on? I'll tell you what, the friggin' lightning rod at Dollywood scared the crap out of me. Man, I know it's like not cool to say, but like wooden roller coasters, ooh, can be super painful. Most painful roller coaster I ever rode was the Georgia Cyclone from Six Flags Over Georgia. Oh, they tore it down like a couple months after I rode it. They didn't completely tear it down, but they completely renovated it into a steel coaster that's actually really good now. They call it something else. What is the Georgia Cyclone called? It's a lot better now. People are saying the Georgia Cyclone was their favorite. I don't know, I rode the Georgia Cyclone and it hurt so bad. It felt like someone had just been beating me with a billy club. And I was like, I couldn't even believe how much it hurt. And I was like looking around and everyone else was like everyone on the roller coaster was like, oh, I couldn't believe it either. Nola D says, can you say the Nola street name? Ooh, probably not. I'm going to go with Chopatolis, but I know that's wrong. Because here's the thing. I love New Orleans. New Orleans is one of my favorite cities in the world. But they pronounce things just however they want. I had this conversation in person. Last time I was in New Orleans, met up with Nola Deej at Storyland, and he was explaining some of these things to me. If you're from New Orleans, no, you don't say New Orleans like I do. You say New Orleans. But if you're referring to the parish, you call it Orleans Parish. So then you pronounce it like me. Melissa J, thank you again for the super chat. It says, do you or will you get a TikTok? I technically have a TikTok. I do not use it ever. Someone says, like to see me without glasses. Rich Live Road Trip says, have you ever read The Swamp Fox at Family Kingdom, Myrtle Beach? Yes, I did a video fairly recently from there, actually. Glenda Dozier says, Whiskey Pete's roller coaster left bruises on us. I think, isn't that like a notorious bad roller coaster? Like, I'm not like a roller coaster like you get like these hardcore roller coaster enthusiasts. I'm not one of those guys, but sometimes I like watch their videos, listen to kind of what they talk about roller coaster. I don't really understand as much all the talk about roller coasters, but I glean a little bit from it. And I think the Whiskey Pete one is a one that people say was a bad coaster. Monkey Can 8, thank you for the super chat. Says, did you ever go to the Myrtle Beach Pavilion theme park? I never did. It was gone before I ever went to Myrtle Beach. Nola Deej, thank you again for the super chat. Says, I was close. Chapatoulas. Chad Henry suggests Adventureland in Altoona, Iowa, which I definitely do want to go to. I just need to figure out a way to incorporate it into a road trip. I've also heard a lot of people say that, like I said, when I do a little bit of research on roller coasters, a lot of people say that the New York roller coaster in Las Vegas, I've heard that that's one of the worst roller coasters, poorly regarded. It's hard. Like, it's really hard. I'm like, because I don't really understand what makes a roller coaster bad necessarily, besides the obvious. I just hold on to roller coasters for dear life. Amy Logan says New York is the worst. Explain that. Why is it the worst? Barry Down says, love to go back to Silver Dollar City. Likely. Love Silver Dollar City. I love Branson. And I think Silver Dollar City was like, what was it? It was won the award for best theme park this year. Lily says new Meow Wolf locations. They're supposed to open the new Meow Wolf beginning of 2021. Of course, they're originally supposed to open up beginning of 2020, but they actually announced their new theme. It's going to be a grocery store theme. So it'll be really interesting. Mercury Miss 92, thank you for the super chat. Says, hey buddy, use happy birthday to my nephew Spencer, please. So I will. Happy birthday, Spencer. Hey, Christopher Lucas, how are you doing? Is Al's Oasis we're stopping at South Dakota? I think I ate there. I think I had a buffalo burger. I think I ate a buffalo burger there. Deja Hobbs says Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad at Disney World. Yeah, I want to get back to Disney because I've not rode. What's it? What's the start? Rise of the Resistance or Mickey's Runaway Railroad. Melissa J. Thank you again for the super chat. Can you or will you put enamel pins up on your website? I do have enamel pins for sale. If you actually click in the description of this video, there'll be a link to my Etsy shop, and I do have pins for sale right now. Miss Marissa says, I feel like tourists in Vegas locals are going to destroy Meow Wolf, i.e. leave, consume alcohol, and drugs. That's interesting. You are dealing with a different clientele. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if other attractions in Vegas have problems with that. One thing I get, a lot of people watch my Meow Wolf videos and they like talk about drugs a lot. To me, Meow Wolf is not about drugs. You can have an abstract artistic environment doesn't necessarily have anything to do with drugs. I mean, I don't use drugs. Don't use drugs that are alcohol. Shanda Wilshire, Independence, Missouri, Lila's. Yeah, the Hair Museum. I've never been there. I need to go there. Double J97 is traveling during the unpleasant. It's getting any easier. I mean, it's easier the more things are open. But there's still a lot of challenges. And still everything feels weird. Feels like feels like an alternate dimension. Feels like that's it. What they call it in Stranger Things, the upside down. SG, thank you for the super chat. Now, I've been in contact with a couple haunts. Some places are planning on going ahead with it. We're gonna find Halloween. We're gonna dig. We're gonna tear Halloween out. We are going to have Halloween somehow. We are going to have a Halloween. Mark my words. I will find Halloween. Halloween may be hiding. I will stalk Halloween down. And I will drag Halloween out. And I will fully experience Halloween. Clary, thank you for the super chats. I like your torture museums the most. Maybe the St. Augustine Torture Museum, probably the most notorious torture museum. The only torture museum that is upstairs from an ice cream shop. Eric Daughtry, thank you for the super chat. Halloween will be interesting. But there's going to be a Halloween. Eternality says Casey, Illinois, home to a lot of giants. Yeah, I've not been to Casey, Illinois. I know they have a lot of different. Bart the Gamer plays as Jacob. Did you send this month's super chat? I don't send super chat. I'm confused by your question. Keegan N says, was the flight weird? The thing that was weird about the flight was that how normal it was. Basically, it's just a full flight with everyone wearing masks. David Zoller, thank you for the super chat. And the little pair giving me the thumbs up. I did send postcards. I sent postcards early this month because I was going to be gone. So I was going to be out of town. So yes, I have already sent out postcards for this month. Skyler, guys, I've been to the Natural Infantry Museum. No, I have not. Eric Daughtry, thank you for the super chat. Says, did you go to the Halloween Museum in Altoona, Pennsylvania? No, I did not. It said appointments only, and I don't know. I feel weird about, with COVID and all that. I don't know. It's hard. I get funny about appointment stuff because you have to make a big deal out of it. I'd much rather just go into a place, getting a ticket, and just doing my thing. Did I just say doing my thing? That was straight. That was not how I normally talk. Leonard Bernstein riot. It was a little, Leonard Bernstein. Oh. I'm not in Pennsylvania right now. My Pennsylvania trip is in the bag. There'll be a couple more videos coming out in the upcoming days. But right now I'm working on the next road trip. And I guess I keep it a secret. I guess. I don't know. Do Crew 721 says, when you go to haunted houses, do you really get that scared? Yes, my reactions are genuine. Hey, Christy stopped by. Hey, honey, it's my beautiful wife. Lee Newman says, were you able to see a weird museum in Helen, Georgia? I don't know if it was a wax museum or not, but it had a trippy fairy tale section. I have not. I think I know what you're talking about. They used to have a fairy tale wax museum in Helen, and it's been gone for forever, for decades. But never got out there. Someone asked how do I feel about schools being reopened. In our town, schools are not being reopened. I just talked to my friend who lives out in Raleigh. Their schools are not open. So in North Carolina, it's not like most schools are not going to be opening. I'll be doing at-home learning. Bart the Gamer plays. Sorry, Jay, I have one more question. When did you send this month's postcards? Oh, I sent them out. When did I send them out? Maybe a week ago? Give it some time if you haven't gotten it yet. The mail is moving slow because of COVID. If you haven't gotten it by the end of the month, or, if you haven't gotten it by the 23rd, send me a message. Do Crew 721 says, is there a master list of dark rides you check off? Kind of. I found a list on a website called Laugh in the Dark, but it was woefully out of date. But I did go through the list and research, cross-reference everything, and so I am kind of low key. I don't know if it's low key. I'm trying to see all the dark rides in yeah, it's for Kamala, the Ugandan giant, great professional wrestling. Kamala, it's pronounced. Is it Kamala? The new Biden's vice president, but not vice president yet, but vice running mate. Joe Biden's running mate. Her name is not pronounced Kamala. That's not the same. It's Kamala. Kamala. Not Kamala, the Ugandan giant. Kamala, the Democratic vice presidential pick. It's spelled the same way, though. Jim LaMotta says watching Lawler versus Kamala in 1980. Yeah, it was a great old school route. Is his gimmick maybe a little of a different time, but you know he did a good job. He did a good job with it. So I mentioned Canobie Park. I almost went to Canobie Park. That's Canobie. I made the decision. Yeah, so I was at Jim Lotus. Has ever seen Kamala talk about character? Yeah, apparently he's like a really sweet guy. Like apparently like no one like ever had a bad. I've never heard anyone say a bad thing about him. But I wanted to go to Canobie Park in where is it, New Hampshire, but their dark ride's not open. So I was like, I'm not gonna make the trip all the way out there if I don't get to ride the dark ride. So I will go. I want to go back to Canobie Park, but I want to do it when the dark ride is open. I don't know why they don't keep their dark ride's not open all the time. I don't know why they're like funny about it. Yeah, maybe next year. Canobie Park is in, is it Salem, New Hampshire? I've been out in the sun all day, guys. I'm like a little zapped. And I'm in a different time zone than I'm used to. I'll have time to sleep later. What time is it where I am? I'm in mountain time right now. Oops, let's give away my location. Did I give away my location? Justin Ann says, does Ollie's Bargain Outlet have the best deals? I don't even know what that is. Listen, we got 318 people in here. I'll just let you guys in on a little secret. Don't tell anyone else, because these videos won't be coming out for a week or so. But I am currently in a state I've never been before. I am in a city I have never been in before. All right, we got 2 people just got it. Dan on Planet Earth and Toy Insanity just called it. Just add bourbon. Called it. Yeah, I am in Utah. I'm in Utah. I flew into Utah yesterday. And my goal here, folks, is hopefully at the end of this trip, I will be able to say that I have been to all 48 of the continental United States. I mean, I don't know. It may not mean anything to some people, but it means a lot to me. Ever been overseas? Not overseas, because I've only been, the only other countries I've been to are Canada and Mexico. I don't think that counts for overseas because there's not a sea separating them. Rob G, thank you for the super chats. Hope you're doing well. Got the pins ordered the other day. They're awesome. Can I please get a happy birthday for my birthday today? You're awesome. Keep doing your thing. Absolutely. Happy birthday, Rob G, and I'm glad that you got your pins. You gonna swim in the Great Salt Lake? I don't know. Sidney Nicholson says, why are we still talking about pickles? I don't remember saying anything about pickles. Drink the water? Are you supposed to drink the water? Here's the thing, guys. I don't know much about the Great Salt Lake. I haven't seen it yet. Any Mormon-related videos? I don't know. I don't know much. I honestly don't know much about the Mormon culture. Lynn Migdale says I could not watch the old mill video from Kenny because I did not want spoilers. You know what? I did the same thing. I didn't watch any videos of it because I wanted to see it with my own eyes, and and then a lot of people commented. They're like, the music is gone. There's no music, and I'm like, there's supposed to be music. Patrick Ritter says, I guess I got blocked. No, you didn't. Should I block you? Did you do something bad? Have you been a bad boy? Kevin James, you have the best job in the world. I think so. I agree. I'm doing exactly what I want to do. It's feel pretty lucky. I feel like I am I got a little, someone tried to call him there. I feel like I am the luckiest boy in the world. Justin answers, you've been in the Lost Coaster of Superstition Mountain at Indiana Beach? I have. And if you go to the video, my first video I did from Indiana Beach, I actually filmed on it. But when I went back, then when I went back, it wasn't open. And yeah, I thought about filming at the Indiana Beach roller coasters, but I was like, man, do I want to ride those big old giant ancient wood roller coasters they have? Bob Segal says, in your travels since the unpleasantness, have you run into any places where you felt unsafe from the massless people being stupid? Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Most times where I've not felt very good about like the not wearing the mask and stuff has been at, not necessarily at like attractions, it's been at like Walmart. Ripley's aquarium was They did open up. I don't know. Well, I do know. Ripley's Aquarium. I did a video like the day it opened up after the unpleasantness, and the they did not require masks, and it was very crowded. Um, However, now in Sevier County, masks are mandatory indoors, so I think it's probably better. I mean, I don't want to criticize. I don't want to jump on them. They were doing their best trying to open up. It's the thing. Things change, like moods change, opinions change. Everything changes so fast with this pandemic, with this COVID. Thank you, David Escamilla, for the super chat. So when they opened up, there wasn't there wasn't really a consensus about wearing masks. I think now, and a lot of people commented on the Indiana Beach video about people not wearing masks. And while I felt that place in particular, I didn't feel necessarily in danger because I felt like there wasn't crowded. It was easy to kind of social distance. But Indiana has a mask mandate now, so I think that I think the masks are the way to go. And I think people are catching on to that masks are an effective way of battling this virus. And I think if everyone wears the masks, I think it will help. Yeah, Ryan, I want this pandemic to be over too. XYZ Coaster says, should the presidents of Mount Rushmore be given giant masks? Yes. SG, thank you for the super chat. Did you like the video on Ripley's Aquarium? Chris about t-shirt says, t-shirt masks rock. Yeah, you can just wear a t-shirt on your head. You can just cut out holes for the eyes. I think that's probably the best kind of mask. What's this? Yeah, I mean, some people are going to say the masks don't work. I'm not an expert. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm not an infectious disease expert. But all the experts, all the reputable experts, are saying that it works. So, I've seen looks like since North Carolina passed their mask mandate, the infection started going down. So, I mean, it looks like it works to me. I believe it, personally. I don't understand why the mask is such an issue with people. Yeah, and that's the thing, David Case, it only works if everyone wears them 100%. It does take everyone wearing them. And I think they did I do think it's fair. I do think it's fair to, I think the government messed up because when this pandemic started, the CDC said don't wear a mask. So I think a lot of people heard that and were confused when they were told, okay, now you have to wear a mask. So I think that they could have handled it a lot better. Yeah, in the beginning they said masks will give you a false sense of security. But I mean, you can say that they do understand the disease better now than they did back then. They've learned a lot. They've learned a lot in the past 3, 4 months. Paul Goodich says some people can't breathe. If you cannot breathe because there's a piece of cloth on your face, you need to stay at home. It is too. If a piece of cloth over your nose and mouth prevents you from breathing, you will die if you get COVID-19. Whew, sorry. And yeah, some people say, well, they're uncomfortable. Yes, absolutely, they're uncomfortable. No one likes wearing them. I don't like wearing them, but I would rather. I see it as I'm willing to wear it if it means that I can go somewhere that I wouldn't be able to go to because of this. Yes, I will wear the mask. Oh no, are people getting all wound up now? So I'll just throw this out because I don't, over the past couple of years, I haven't got a chance to watch much TV. I have been binging a television show called Parks and Recreation. Is anyone familiar with this show? I'm on the last season of Parks and Rec. Ron Swanson. I'm confused. The character Ron Swanson here, because I don't understand it. Because the idea is that he's a libertarian, but he works in government, and and then he also brags about never doing any actual work. Isn't that hypocritical? I don't know. Rob Zagala says Ron takes pride in making the government do as little as possible, but if he's still taking a check from the taxpayers, does a bad job to take to the government. But he's still taking taxpayer money, so shouldn't he do a better job because he doesn't want to waste taxpayer money? Because by him not doing any work, he's wasting taxpayer money. Amy Co., thank you for the super chat. J.K. Quinones, I hope I'm saying that right. Probably not. Thank you for the super chat. Says, thank you for uploading your videos. You've helped us stay sane. My son is scared of haunted houses, and your walkthrough have helped. Yeah, I think that can help a lot of people. I think some people that does help knowing kind of, I used to be scared. I'm still scared of haunted houses, but like I used to not even be able to go in them. So I would like watch haunted house videos before I was brave enough to go in. I would watch them to. So is Ron supposed to be a hypocrite? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't get it. Local Honey says, my wife and I quit smoking cigarettes 4 weeks ago because of you. Well, congratulations. That's awesome. I don't know what I had to do with it, though. What did I visit in Idaho? I have not been to Idaho yet. Ryan Payne says, do I miss social work? No, I do not. I listened to some interview with was it Nick Offerman, who plays Ron Swanson, and it's interesting because you see watch interviews with him in real life. He actually like his voice. He has the same voice as Ron Swanson. Like the voice is completely legitimate, but he's not a libertarian. But like so he's actually he does like drink whiskey and he does the woodwork is real. He's actually a skilled woodworker, which is interesting. This is Wheel Life. Thank you for the super chat. Say, Carpetbagger, how did the possum thing come about? Yeah, I always I kind of incorporated possums into my channel because originally the idea was to show the American South, and they just kind of stuck with. I really like on the show. My favorite characters, I think, are Andy and April. And then Rob Haverford. He's funny. He's real funny too. Do I like Leslie? Yes or no? Yeah, I like Leslie. I used to watch back in the mid '90s. There was a television show called Upright Citizens Brigade. It was like a sketch comedy show, really like abstract, absurd sketch comedy show called Upright Citizens Brigade, and Amy Poehler was on there. Rob Zigala says you should replace the possum with some kudzu. Actually, had to have kudzu removed from our yard the other day. Yeah, what is it? Aziz? I don't know his last name. The comedian that plays Tom Haverford. He's really funny. I mean, he's really funny. Like just like his mannerisms and his comic timing. He's really funny. Lynn Migdale says, "Please tell me the cat." Thank you for the super chat. Says, "Please tell me the Cabbage Patch birthday center is open during these unique times." I don't know for a fact. I would guess it is. Scott LeBlanc says, "If you like Upright Citizens Brigade and watch Kids in the Hall." I did watch Kids in the Hall. Definitely. Like Upright Citizens Brigade's better. It's probably my favorite like sketch comedy show. Ryan says, "What do you think of Rob Lowe on the show?" I actually think I don't know. I think Rob Lowe's character is really irritating. Like he just like kind of annoys me. But yeah. Like the literally thing, yeah, I find it great. I find the literally catchphrase I find is very grating. Not saying Rob Lowe is a bad actor or anything like that, but I found that character to be annoying. What's this? Emily McCullen says, "Do you sign the bottom of dresser drawers at the hotel you stay? Pull one out and turn it over. Bet you find at least one signature." This hotel doesn't have any dresser drawers. I've already said what city I'm in, so I'm not going to show the hotel room because I can't risk someone like figuring out where I'm at. But there's legitimately no dresser drawers. But I'm going to keep that in mind. I didn't know people sign the bottom of dresser drawers in hotel rooms. Knees, thank you for the super chat. It says Fantastic Caverns or Uranus Fudge Factory. I don't think I've ever been to Fantastic Caverns, but I have been to the Uranus Fudge Factory twice. No, there's no desk or nightstand. There's just like this thing with no drawers. This is like a minimalist hotel room. There's literally no drawers. Again, I don't want to show too much because I don't want people to figure out where I'm staying. But do I have to share a bathroom? No, I have my own bathroom. Have I ever eaten a Carolina Reaper? I had Carolina Reaper ice cream once. Yeah, it's a clean room. It's a nice room. It's just very minimalistic. Second share says, saw someone 2 weeks ago take off their mask to sneeze in a store. Yes, people do that. I don't know. It must be unconscious because people do that. They like take their mask off so they can cough. You leave. That's exactly, literally, why your mask is there. Sneeze right into that mask. You can clean out the boogers later. Venture Jar, thank you for the super chat. Riplin, yes, I saw that they were doing a sleepover at the Bend, Oregon Blockbuster, but there's only 3 slots, so yeah, probably not gonna get them. Only for locals. I want to make it out there. Hopefully they'll stay open forever. Local Honey says, there's any time where you wish you were at a place that you weren't? Yeah, I'm sure. What do you think about Mike Tyson re-entering boxing? And I don't follow boxing, but he's a lot older. I mean, how old is Mike Tyson? He's got to be in like, his 50s? And I'm sure, I've seen him recently. It looks like he's in great shape, but, I don't know. Why don't they should have like senior league boxing, I think that'd be 52. It's okay. It's Aziz Ansari who plays Tom Haverford. I mean, yeah, I'm sure Mike Tyson could just murder me with his fists. I'm not gonna sit here and say that's not true. And probably, he could probably beat. I'm sure Mike Tyson could probably beat most people half his age. But when you talk about trained boxers, I mean, hopefully they're not going to put him in there with like, some guy who's in his 20s. Because I mean, Mike Tyson, he quit he quit boxing because he wasn't as good anymore. I said I didn't follow boxing, but I know a little bit about Mike Tyson. I know a little bit about boxing, and my understanding is Mike Tyson was like technically not the most skilled boxer. Like he fought like he like his style was just like pure aggression. He just bam just just pure strength, pure viciousness. So when he started getting older, he really didn't. He really went down. He like went downhill really quick because as he started getting a little older, his strength dropped, his speed dropped, and he just didn't have the form to stand up to, boxers that relied more on their skill. Mike Tyson, who just relied on his strength and ferocity. That's my understanding. If someone understands boxing better, explain it to me. But that's my understanding. Do Crew says, do the cheesy haunted house and Carnival and State Fairs count as dark rides? In my opinion, they do. As long as it's on the track, it counts as a dark ride. And there's some really bad dark rides. Now I asked on Facebook, like if people knew of dark rides, maybe I didn't know about. And apparently, I think there's a few dark rides that are permanent installations, but they're at state fairs. So they're only in operation a couple weeks out of the year. So I think someone said that there's one in Texas that only operates during the state fair. And maybe one in Kansas, if I'm correctly. Nick Zinda, thank you for the super chat. Says NMHU open Saturday. Get an eye full of them dino bones. What's NMHU? Toy and Sandy says a roller coaster at night counts as dark ride. No. Is there any privately owned dark rides? There's at least one. There's a guy in California who turned his house into a dark ride for Halloween. Natural History Museum of Utah. I don't know if I'm gonna have time for that. Yeah, most portable dark rides are disappointing, but I found a portable dark ride that was amazing. Oh, I wish I could tell you guys the name of it because I have a video. The cars were rickshaw drivers. Does anyone remember the name of that video? It's gonna bother me now. But yeah, I stumbled upon a traveling dark ride in Branson, Missouri, and it was amazing. So about Mike Tyson, basically that his boxing was built purely on strength, and apparently that's Muhammad Ali, from what I understand, was the exact opposite. His boxing style was pure skill and endurance. He said that that Muhammad Ali would actually tire people out. He could make you tired trying to punch him. And I've heard that I've heard some people say that like Muhammad Ali, like his strategy of like dancing around and letting people tire themselves out, like is a bad strategy, but he was so good he could make it work. And he's apparently, I think he was like basically the only boxer in the history of the planet that was able to use a strategy like that. Does anyone remember what was that episode? There was an episode of The Simpsons where Homer went into boxing and his where he just let people punch him in the head until they got worn out. Hey, John from Exploration Unknown, how are you doing, buddy? What was Muhammad Ali's real name? Cassius Clay, or his original name? Yeah, I think he had his name legally changed to Muhammad Ali when he converted to Islam. Mr. Tombstone, so you tried Dr. Sasquatch soaps. They have cryptid scents. They sell them at gift shop now. Jersey Devil scent, Kraken scent, Chupacabra scent. I don't know. Do I want to smell like a Kraken? I think I might already smell like a Kraken. Harper Bird. Yes. Where did you hear that? Because I heard the same thing. Harper Bird. Okay. Yes, there is a old Mormon legend. I'm not saying this is like every Mormon believes this, but there is an old Mormon legend that Bigfoot is Cain from the Bible, that he was cursed by God to walk the earth, and took the form of a beast. He grew hairy like a beast, and that's why you never find the dead Bigfoot, because there's only one Bigfoot, and he roams the earth because was cursed by God for committing the original murder, the first ever murder. He invented murder. So if this legend is true, that means Bigfoot invented murder. Nolan Shenburn says, do you have sponsors for your videos? Audibles everywhere. I've had sponsors before. I get a little uncomfortable. I'm never gonna like promote something that I don't want to promote something that I can't say is a good product. I mean, I don't have a problem. I did a spot for Dollar Shave Club a couple years ago or a year ago, and that's fine because it was a good product. It's something that I didn't feel bad promoting, but yeah, I don't know. Got a couple emails that I just didn't respond to. Luis Garcia, do you believe in Siren Head? I heard something about Siren Head. He's like the new Siren Head's like the new Slender Man. Maybe I need to read up on Siren Head. Paul Gooder says you ever tried Carolina Reaper deep fried. That sounds horrible. Zeb Carlson, thank you for the super chat. Says, can you give a shout out to my mom, Maxanne? She's from Myrtle Beach and love that he's there. Yes. Shout out to Maxanne. Thank you very much for watching my videos. And Ryan Payne says Ripley should sponsor you. Ripley's, while not an official sponsor, has been very kind to me. Expiration on John expiration notes. There's a lot of scams for any advertising. Yeah, you get like weird emails all the time when you have a channel. It's like just random emails are like, we would like to promote our computer app on your videos. It's like, oh, like, and literally that's the whole email. Like I can kind of judge, like, the level of professionalism that goes into. Yeah, I had one I kind of ignored that may have been legitimate. It was the Ridge, the wallet. They sent me a message, and I kind of just never answered back. Panama Red, thank you for the super chat. It says, love the new videos. Ride those coasters. Days with Jordan Line. That's who I want to be sponsored by. I want to get a sponsorship from Crocs. And really, if they could just keep me in Crocs, because I spend an insane amount of money on Crocs. Nolan Shivers, what is Rick Serra like? I actually met Rick Serra at Mothman last year. He's a good guy, really good guy. Obviously, he's a goofball, but he's a good guy. Yeah, I go through Crocs really fast. I buy like a new pair of Crocs like every couple months because I wear them all the time. And when you wear them like I do, they wear out. Like, when you walk around like an amusement park or on concrete all the time on them, the bottoms. Paul Goodich says, I'm seeing a lot of political ads on your channel. Yes. Unfortunately, we have a presidential election coming up, so Google's going to run presidential or political ads. I mean, YouTube creators have no say in what ads play on their videos. So, like, if you see a political ad, that is not endorsed by me. It is just an ad playing at the beginning of my videos. Carpetbagger does not officially endorse any candidate. I will go and vote for who I think is the best person to vote for, but I'm not telling anyone else on here. Maybe in my personal life I'll tell someone who to vote for, but Carpetbagger channel is not a political channel. It is not a channel that has a political viewpoint. I believe in kindness. I believe in treating people nice. I believe in, I believe people, that people should have rights. I believe that gay people should have rights. I believe that I'm against racism, but I don't believe these are political issues. I think these are human right issues. Because, I don't want people to feel like people get really passionate about politics. And I don't want people to feel like that, that they can't partake in this channel because they don't have the same political views that I do. And it's just not what the channel's about, right? I could say I don't endorse Kanye West. I think that He shouldn't be running for president. He should be getting some mental help with his mental health. He wants to know if I believe in ghosts or Bigfoot. I want to believe. I want to believe. Drake Blazer. I've been to Uranus, Missouri. I've been there twice. Paul Goodard says, I can confirm the last 4 years of watching it, definitely not a political channel. Yeah, I mean, if you want to see some guy yell about politics, there's plenty of places on the internet you can do that. Opinion on Lumpawaru? I don't know what a Lumpawaru is. Aliens? Yeah, I don't know. I always thought, I don't know. When I was a kid, like I got really interested in cryptids and things like that. I was always really fascinated with like cryptids, but aliens like spooked me. Like I thought aliens seemed the most likely, like that could actually be real. Like I'm not saying I don't believe in some sort of paranormal ghost, but like it just doesn't strike me personally as much. As Jesus Jordan is the hardest working man on YouTube. Is that right, Jordan? And me and Jordan, you know, we have similar careers, but I can tell you it's hard. John from Expedition Knows is about to start a series on aliens and UFOs. Well, take me along. Let's go back to. That was so fun. That was a great trip. We went out to Area 51. Why did you leave social work? I left social work. I was basically given an ultimatum by my job that I actually they just told me to stop. They told me to stop doing a YouTube channel, and I knew I wasn't going to do that, so I quit. Put in my 2 weeks notice and I quit. Flash uses your drone music is Leo Kotke. I don't know who that is. My drone music is my brother Dan. How afraid was I of being shot when I was Area 51? I don't know. I mean, I figured they wouldn't take a shot unless you did something aggressive. You know, when me and John were there, we kind of had an idea of what we were permitted to do and what we were not permitted to do. So we weren't going to do anything stupid. We wanted to basically get, you know, see as much as we could without, you know, without breaking any laws or sending up any red flags. Charlie Entertainment, she says, do you all remember when people tried to raid Area 51? Yes. I really long for the days where that was the news, people raiding Area 51. It seems so quaint now. Black Slot Johnny Hex, thank you for the super chat. Star Wars or Star Trek? Definitely more of a Star Wars fan. I am not like a Star Wars maniac, but I enjoy the movies. Ryan says, Elizabeth, will you marry me? A Macho Man voice. I said, Miss Elizabeth, will you? Oh, man. That hurts my boy. Will you marry me? I think it was gravelly voice. Will you marry me? DIY Dalen says, do you bring any self-defense when you explore abandoned locations? I don't really do a lot of abandoned stuff anymore. I used to have a taser on a flashlight, but that backfired, as some people may remember. Elizabeth, will you marry me? Thank you, SG, for the super chat. All you YouTube guys are hard workers. Yeah, I don't personally know anyone on YouTube who's like lazy. Ryan Note also is the only WWE wedding to go on without a hitch and nothing crazy. Yes, they like. It was. I think it was the main event of SummerSlam. I think they just got married and that was it. But technically, then that something went wrong at their wedding reception. But I don't think that was even aired live. I think they played that later because Jake the Snake put a cobra in one of the presents, and then the Undertaker Undertaker did something. I think Undertaker and Jake the Snake crashed because Miss Elizabeth opened up the box and there was a cobra in it, and then Undertaker did something. Did Undertaker hit Macho Man with the urn? And then I think Psycho Sid ran in, or Sid Justice ran in and saved Flash uses never body sealed the preacher. I remember, what was it? I think it was Edge and Lita's wedding where Kane crawled up through underneath the wedding and then gave a tombstone pile driver to the priest. Burger Planet. I don't know what Burger's up to. Laramie, how are you doing, buddy? Days of Storyline. We were actually talking about that earlier in the chat. Kamala the Uganda Giant passed away this week. Ironically, the new Democratic vice presidential candidate has a first name that is spelled the same, but I learned today that it's pronounced differently. It's Kamala the Ugandan Giant, and Kamala Harris, the vice presidential Democratic candidate. Kamala, not Kamala. Kamala the Ugandan Giant, Kamala the Democrat. Ryan says, to be honest, thought that Test of Stephanie McMahon wedding was genuine. The thing that bothered me about that is Test disappeared. Triple H stole his wife at his wedding, and they didn't even have a real feud. I thought, didn't Triple H and Stephanie get married in Las Vegas, or at least in their their first wedding, the one that wasn't actually, the kayfabe wedding? Or maybe just, so was the test wedding in Arkansas? I thought maybe did she have like her bachelor party in Las Vegas or something? Are you talking about you're talking about their real wedding? Like when they got married for real? Billy and Chuck wedding? Oh yeah. I don't think they would do something like that today. It was a good angle, but they really upset Glad because WWE told Glad, the Gay and Lesbian Alliance, I don't know what the D stands for, I'm sorry, that the wedding went off without a hitch. And then, like, in the real wedding, the guys admitted they weren't gay and then were beaten up. What town am I from in Indiana? I grew up in Valparaiso, Indiana. Jordan Marty Jannetty apparently admitted to murder on social media, but apparently I think that he's lying because apparently there was no missing people reported from that area. Goth Girl Punk says, hope you're having a wonderful mask-free night. Yes, I've been wearing a mask all day. But it's good to get some maskless time in the hotel room. Do I believe Jimmy Snuka murdered his girl? Yes. Jimmy Snuka is guilty as heck. Tomakive says, please answer me. I have no idea what your question is. I'm sorry. King Daka. Listen, here's the things about roller coasters. I'm only gonna ride a roller coaster if I can film it. And different places have different rules. The Cedar Parks don't allow filming on their rides, which is disappointing because they have some of the best roller coasters. I don't believe Six Flags. I think most Six Flags don't allow you to. Maybe different. I don't know. I'll put my GoPro on and I'll ride any place that lets me. I'll ride the roller coasters. But if I can't film it, I ain't getting on freaking roller coaster. How many states have I visited? 45. And hopefully soon that will be 48. Do I ever come to Tennessee? I live about, I live in, the county I live in is borders Tennessee, so I go to Tennessee quite a bit. It might be in Illinois next, I don't know. See, right now I kind of got to keep things open. I just, with the pandemic, trying not to get too far ahead of myself with plans. Let's see what's open. See what's open. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna hunt down Halloween. Halloween hunt down is what we're gonna call it. Or maybe I'll think of something better. Good night, Ryan. Who won the first ever Royal Rumble? Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Would a bungee jump? No, I'm not into that. Yeah, it's difficult to make plans right now, so I'm just kind of doing one trip, planning one trip at a time. And we go from there. Jordan asks, do you find it harder to vlog now? Or are you adapting well? Are you able to film as much as you did? Well, I dropped down, end of last year, I dropped down to doing videos every other day instead of doing every day because I felt like putting them out every day was too much. And it was overwhelming people with too much video. So I slowed it down. And I figured I'd make, maybe longer videos, but not as many videos. With the pandemic, yeah, it's difficult. It's difficult because, just trying to figure out what's open, what's not. I mean, it was a huge headache trying to figure out what was open and what was not already. Would I zip line? Maybe I would zip line. Maybe. Jordan says you might be able to film 3 vlogs in a day for the future. Are you still able to do that? It's harder. It's harder. And I've tried to be focused more on averaging more like 1 video a day. Because yeah, with just the way it is, just trying to figure out what's open, what's not, it becomes a lot harder to try to like double up. Yeah, I was real bummed out Halloween Horror Nights being canceled this year. All last year I had such a good time when I went to Southern California. Did all the amusement parks and all the great haunts out there. It totally bummed me out. I won't be able to do it this year. Let's hope for next year, I guess. But I appreciate you guys joining me tonight. I think I'm gonna go eat something, and then I'm probably gonna lay down. But I did want to do a live stream, and I did want to check in with you guys. So New York, I think, is still closed. Yeah, but I hope you guys enjoy the videos, and there'll be some videos from my current location coming out fairly soon. So thank you, Hashtag Team Balto. This one's in the bag.